Hi there guys, Sam here. You joined me in the Fiesta ST, the Mk7, not the Golf R this time, to go over 5 essential things for your Fiesta ST. So I'll get straight into the video. So number 1, so the first thing I wanted to mention is the brakes. And if you watched my last video on the Fiesta ST, it was probably one of the downsides of the car. They're not particularly that strong in stopping power and they can wear out quite easily. What we've done on this one, I'll go through like a little walk around it, are Molten orange ST, it sits alongside my Golf R, is we've recently replaced the discs and pads all round, and it's something that can always be quite a little bit daunting because it can be quite expensive, all these kind of things. Luckily, one of the main great things for the Fiesta is it's not actually that expensive, and the reason why I wanted to mention this on the number 1 list is we were actually quoted just under £600 for new discs and pads, including labour, to get it sorted on this Fiesta, which seems extortionate. So what we did was we went to Euro Car Parts. We picked up a set of packaged front discs and pads and rear discs and pads, and with their special offer that they had, it actually only came to amazingly around £120 to £130, which is really, really good. And what we did, we got an independent garage not too far away from us, and for around £100, again doesn't seem extortionate, they spent the time and they actually fitted the discs and the pads and tested it out and all that kind of stuff. So for under £250, a bit of a saving, you can have your whole discs and your pads completely changed. Now, they're not like performance brakes or anything like that, but they're really, really strong. It lasted 25,000 miles on this car. Depending on how you drive it and what kind of roads, that's kind of to be expected. On my previous Fiesta ST, I used those brakes for about 5,000–6,000 miles before I sold the car and replaced it with my Golf R. They're really, really good. Didn't squeak, obviously it depends how they're fitted and stuff. They did a really good job. Make it look nice and shiny as well. It kind of gets the life back into the car. It's something I think shouldn't be neglected, particularly on a nice performance car like this. So that's my first essential thing for the Fiesta ST. Now, number 2, the second thing is touch-up paint. So, unfortunately, one of the downsides, and to keep the Fiesta ST quite cost-effective, Mk7 anyway, is the paint is actually very, very thin. And that is obviously just to save costs in the production line, and they're able to sell the car at a cheaper price as a result of that. The downside of that is you get so many stone chips, even from like gentle stone chips, it will chip the paintwork, and this car is no different. My Spirit Blue Fiesta ST was no different as well, and over 38,000 miles, the front of the car did take its toll. And that's in big contrast actually to my Golf R, which I'm up to just under 25,000 miles, and there's probably only about 1 stone chip on it, which is credit to kind of like the paint and the quality of the car. Again, different price point. So one thing that's actually really quite a nice cheap fix to do and something to have is to have touch-up paint, and you can get this off Ford. I've still got actually my Spirit Blue touch-up paint from my last Fiesta. I paid around £10 for it, and it really made the difference. It's something you can do quite easily. Just clean down the surface of where the stone chip is, fill it in gently, allow it to dry. Hopefully it's a clear day, it's not wet or anything like that. And it does a great job because it matches the paint exactly. And, I've gone round this Molten orange ST that I'm in now, my other half's ST. And we've done the same on the front of the car. And I can't actually find the bits which we've actually done, having looked over it. And I think that's probably credit to the way it looks. And you really have to be looking to it to see your repair. For the Molten orange one, you actually get 2 different ones. You get 2 different coats for it because of the type of paint it is. And again, for that one, it's around £15. It's slightly more because you have to buy 2. And something that I really think is great, if you have a Mk7 ST, I think it's something you should do. You can get them in all different colours, and I think it's an essential thing for your Fiesta ST to keep it looking nice, really. So that's my number 2 point. So number 3, and again something I do actually on my Golf R as well, is exhaust metal polish. I've got one from Autosol. I'll pull it up as I'm kind of talking. On the ST specifically, with its 2 exhausts, they get so dirty. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of the way the car is, I think. Smokes quite a lot on startup. It's only got 2 pipes to kind of let all its air out. My Golf R has 4. It's actually a little bit better. It keeps itself cleaner. And something I made the mistake on in my ownership of my Mk7 Fiesta ST was that I didn't really clean the exhaust. I cleaned the car, but I never cleaned the exhaust. And I got to about 17,000 miles, and I was like, oh, it'd be nice if the exhaust was nice and clean. Of course, it meant it was really, really difficult to get all that muck off, and it took so many different attempts to really make it proper. And to be fair, without a proper polish, it was never going to be as good as it could be. With this car, we were a lot more on top of the game. And although even after the first 2 drives it does get dirty, if you keep on top of it, the auto sole really does keep it clean. It makes it easier to maintain, and it makes your car look nice. You know, I see so many on the roads, including my Golf R, and the exhausts are just filthy. And it's a big, you know, it's a nice car. Make it look nice. And again, something for around £10. It's a great little addition to kind of your Fiesta ST or any car really. So that is my 3rd point. The 4th point, and this is more specific to the Fiesta ST actually, is to rotate the tyres and to keep premium tyres on the car. Again, performance car. It's a shame if you look on the used market, you'll see sort of budget tyres on these ones, and it's good to have decent tyres on it. You know, you can get, you know, decent Michelin Pilot Sport 4s on it. You can get, we've got Continental premium contact 6s on it, and actually on this car we made the mistake, we haven't rotated it, so this is advice to ourselves as well. The fronts do wear out very, very quickly. You know, even if you're kind of gentle on it, you're lucky to get sort of 17,000 miles. So I would probably recommend after about 8,000 miles or so, 8 or 9,000 miles, rotate the tyres. It'll just bring the car back to life a little bit. The rears tend to last for quite a while, and it's more cost effective doing it that way. And if you have the best rubber on it, that's a good way to enjoy the most out of the car. A lot of like deals that you can get on tyres, and again, I've recently done this on my Golf R, which I'll do in a separate video, is if you get 4 tyres, you actually get better deals and better discounts if you do so. So it can save you money on that side. Instead of replacing just the fronts, you replace all 4, and it also gives you the option to completely change the compound on all the tyres. But yeah, that's my 4th point on the Fiesta ST. The final point is actually to get a little protective pouch. All Fiesta STs other than the ST1 have keyless entry, and unfortunately that does make it susceptible for thieves. They can essentially get the transmission from your key and essentially extend it, get into your car, mirror it with a laptop, do all those quirky things and drive off in your lovely Fiesta ST. Sadly, thefts of these things were quite high over its production run, and it's no real different now. But if you actually get a protective pouch for it, what it does is it actually just stops the signal working completely. So if someone's outside your house trying to take the signal for whatever reason, they can't do so because it's in this pouch. Again, a really cheap thing to do, £10 to £15 for this one that we've got. It's my 5th point of essential things for your Fiesta ST. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this quick video. It's something I wanted to explain because it's something that we do. Like to bring a little bit more content on this Fiesta ST because it's such a great car, and just little tricks to the trade that we've kind of done. And I always think the best part of it is that it's cost effective, and these kind of 5 points can really keep the costs down, keeps your car nice and fresh, and it keeps it secure as well. What I'll do is in the description I'll just put a link to where we got all these kind of bits from, obviously like the auto sole, metal polish, the touch up paint, the brakes as well, and the pouch. Tyres, you know, you can get it from anywhere, but I personally use Black Circles, so I'll put a link in the description for all of that. Let me know if you've enjoyed this video, something a little bit different. Please give this video a like if you've enjoyed it, and if you'd like to watch my most recent video, click up there. If you'd like to watch a video that I think you would enjoy, click down there. And if you'd like to subscribe, please click on the link just in front of my face. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again. Cheers, guys.